12 cruise hacks the cruise lines are desperate for you to never discover. Ever feel like no matter how prepared you are, the cruise lines somehow stay one step ahead, nudging you to upgrade, tempting you into special deals, and slipping in charges you didn't even know existed? That's not paranoia. That's the business model. Cruise ships are floating entertainment machines carefully designed to distract you from how much you're actually spending. And most passengers walk right into it without even realizing it. But not today. Not you. In this video, we're exposing 12 powerful cruise hacks the cruise industry hopes stay buried. These aren't the basic beginner tips everyone already knows. These are Cruise Cipher level strategies that save you real money, unlock hidden perks, and help you cruise smarter, smoother, and more confidently than 90% of people on board. From drink package traps and sneaky service charges to cabin upgrade loopholes, quiet room maps, secret discounts, and an excursion trick that can save you hundreds, we're revealing everything they never put in the brochure. Whether you're heading out on your very first sailing or your 10th, this is your all-access guide to outsmarting the cruise lines and taking control of your vacation. Let's dive in. Number 1. The Prepaid Gratuities Trap. Here's the first hack cruise lines hope you never question. Prepaying your gratuities is almost always a bad move. Think of it like tipping a restaurant before you've even sat down. Once the cruise line has your money locked in, it doesn't matter if your steward goes missing for 2 days or your waiter repeatedly forgets your drink order, you've already paid, no matter how the service turns out. That's the real catch. You give up your leverage. The smarter approach: don't prepay. Leave gratuities open and settle them on board where you can adjust based on the experience you actually receive. Many frequent cruisers insist the crew pays closer attention when they know your tip hasn't been finalized yet, because your satisfaction still directly affects them. And here's the real power move. Cash talks. A bartender who gets a crisp bill, a steward who gets a personal thank you on day one, those small gestures go much further than a number buried in your account summary. Want elite-level service? Slip your cabin steward $10 to $20 on the first day. It sets the tone instantly. Now, to be fair, some travelers argue that removing automatic tips hurts the behind-the-scenes workers, laundry teams, cleaners, kitchen staff, who never meet you but keep the ship running. That's why a lot of smart cruisers choose the hybrid method. Keep the automatic tips to support the whole crew and use cash for the individuals who truly stand out. Bottom line, prepaid gratuities buy convenience, not control. Know your options, play the system wisely, and the crew will quickly recognize that you're not just another passenger, you're a cruiser who understands how the game really works. Number 2. The power strip loophole cruise lines don't mention. Here's hack number 2, and it's a big one for anyone who travels with more electronics than the cabin was ever designed to handle. You've got your phone, your tablet, your smartwatch, your earbuds, your camera, and yes, the hair tool you promised you wouldn't pack, but absolutely stuffed into the suitcase anyway. Now picture trying to power all that in a cabin with maybe 2 outlets, one hidden behind the TV and the other buried under a lamp. This is where most cruisers panic and throw a power strip into their bag. But here's what the cruise lines never highlight. Almost every power strip is banned, even the ones without surge protection. Bring the wrong one and security will snatch it faster than a prohibited bottle of wine. But don't stress. There is a loophole that works every time. A USB charging hub. This little hero lets you juice up multiple devices at once without breaking a single ship rule, because it doesn't include any AC outlets. Pro move: get a compact hub with 4 or more USB ports. You'll plug in your phone, watch, earbuds, and tablet all at once. No swapping, no fighting for space, no unplugging the lamp like a gremlin in the dark. And if you absolutely need a standard plug for something small, combine it with a fully charged power bank under 100 WH. It passes security, it keeps you powered, and it's totally ship-safe. Cruise cabins were built long before we all started traveling with a personal tech army. With the right gear, you'll beat the outlet shortage, stay fully charged, and never miss a single photo, video, or sunrise at sea. Number 3. The drink package math trick. Hack number 3 exposes one of the cruise industry's favorite moneymakers, the drink package illusion. On paper, it sounds like a dream. Unlimited cocktails, fancy lattes, sparkling water, all-day refreshments without ever opening your wallet. And that's exactly what the cruise lines want you to focus on. What they don't want is for you to sit down and actually crunch the numbers. Most drink packages run anywhere from $60 to $100 per person per day. And here's the part buried in the fine print. If one adult buys the package, the other adult in the same cabin usually has to buy it too, even if they're a light drinker. Let's break it down. To break even on a $70 per day package, you'd need about 7 drinks every single day. Not the cheap stuff, but the higher-priced cocktails the package actually covers. And that's before you consider the hidden details cruise lines conveniently gloss over. You still pay an added service charge per drink. Top-shelf liquors often aren't included. Some ships limit how many drinks you can order within a certain window. Here's how to flip the script. 1. Check for pre-cruise discounts online. Packages are almost always cheaper before boarding. 2. If you're a casual or moderate drinker, pay as you go. Most people spend far less this way. 3. If your goal is coffee, soda, or bottled water, those items usually have cheaper, separate packages that cost a fraction of the full drink plan. The truth is simple. Drink packages are built for people who plan to treat vacation like a marathon at the bar. If that's not your vibe, you'll save a ton by skipping the package and buying only the drinks you actually want. Your wallet and your next day headache will thank you. Number 4. The interior cabin jackpot trick. Hack number 4 exposes one of the biggest gambles in cruise booking, the interior cabin deal. Those ultra-cheap prices look irresistible, and most people jump at them thinking they've scored a steal. But here's what they don't realize. Many of those rooms sit directly under the gym's 5 a.m. weight drops or right above the ship's nightclub that pumps bass until midnight. Suddenly, that bargain becomes the most expensive mistake of your trip because it cost you your sleep. But here's the twist the cruise lines never advertise. Some interior cabins are absolute gold mines. Totally quiet, surprisingly roomy, sometimes even awkwardly shaped in a way that gives you extra space, all for the exact same price as the smallest shoebox on board. These unicorn cabins are scattered throughout the ship, hidden in weird corners or left over from older deck blueprints, and they're worth every minute you spend hunting for them. Here's how to find them. A few minutes of research can turn that interior cabin gamble into a guaranteed win, giving you peace, quiet, and sometimes noticeably more space without paying a penny extra. Pro tip, bring a small battery-powered nightlight and a simple digital clock. With no sunlight to guide you, interior cabins can completely wreck your sense of time. Play your cards right and your budget cabin becomes one of the smartest, coziest choices on the ship, not the dark cave everyone warns you about. Number 5. The Embarkation Day Buffet Trap. Hack number 5 is about the feeding frenzy that happens the second you step on board. Walk on to any ship on Embarkation Day and you'll see it instantly. A massive herd of hungry passengers stampeding toward the buffet like it's a survival challenge. But here's the truth. That buffet is the cruise line's first trap. The food you see piled high on day 1, most of it was prepped hours ago and is now slowly dying under heat lamps. The salad is limp, the fries are soggy, the pasta is questionable, and finding a clean table feels like competing in a tournament you never signed up for. Here's the smarter move. Skip the buffet entirely. First, swing by your cabin and drop your carry-on bag so you're not dragging it through the chaos. Then check the cruise app or ask a crew member whether the main dining room is serving lunch. On many ships, it quietly opens on Embarkation Day, offering made-to-order meals, real silverware, and actual peace. Even better, some ships offer discounted specialty lunches or keep smaller venues open, like the poolside grill, the deli counter, or the pizza spot, where almost nobody goes on day 1. Starting your cruise in a calm, comfortable dining room instead of battling through the buffet crowds feels like a completely different vacation. Begin your trip like a seasoned pro, not like you're elbowing your way through a clearance sale for day-old pizza. Before we jump into the next hack, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which cruise trick surprised you the most so far. Number 6. The smart meal timing trick. Hack number 6 is all about timing, because on a cruise ship, when you eat matters just as much as what you eat. If you wander into the dining venues at the wrong moment, you're signing up for long lines, lukewarm food, noisy tables, and an experience that feels more like a packed fast food joint than a relaxing vacation meal. But get the timing right, and you'll enjoy the freshest dishes, the best service, and a dining room that feels almost private. Here's the insider rule: avoid peak hours at all costs. For breakfast, the magic window is 7 to 8 a.m. It's that perfect moment when the early birds have cleared out and the late sleepers haven't wandered in yet. You'll get fresh eggs, crispy bacon, and pastries that haven't been sitting under a heat lamp for eternity. Dinner is where timing becomes a strategy. If you can swing it, walk in right when the dining room opens, usually around 5:30 p.m. You'll score quieter tables, faster service, and dishes coming straight from the kitchen. If early isn't your style, aim for after 8 p.m. once the families and big groups have wrapped up. The kitchen has room to breathe and the vibes are way more relaxed. Even the buffet follows its own rhythm. The sweet spot? About 30 minutes after it opens. The first rush is gone, the food is freshly replenished, and you won't be fighting for a seat. Pro move: keep an eye on where the crew goes to eat. They know exactly when each station gets replenished. Follow them and you'll always catch the freshest food on the ship. Time your meals right, and you upgrade your entire dining experience without spending a single extra dollar. Number 7. The secret to picking the quietest cabins. Hack number 7 tackles one of the biggest mistakes new cruisers make: assuming every cabin is equally peaceful. Not even close. If you've ever tried to sleep under the pool deck while they drag lounge chairs at dawn, or above a theater rehearsing until midnight, you already know the truth. Location is everything. Cruise lines won't tell you which rooms come with noise landmines. They'll just hand you a deck plan and let you unknowingly choose your own insomnia. Here's the golden rule: always check what's above, below, and around your cabin. That quiet-looking room might actually sit across from a crew access door, which means rolling carts and clanging equipment at all hours. Anything next to a public venue is risky. Lounges, kids' clubs, the casino, casual cafes, even late-night bars. Sound travels through those walls far more than you'd expect. Avoid cabins near elevators, nightclubs, the gym, the buffet, crew service areas, the laundromat, and high-traffic hallways. And beware of aft cabins. The views are incredible, but engine vibrations and mechanical rumbling can ruin a light sleeper's trip. Some find it soothing, most don't. Here's the pro strategy: book a cabin sandwiched between 2 passenger decks. If there are sleeping guests above and below you, odds are the noise levels stay low.
And foot
Mid-ship is ideal. Calmer
making
seas,
them your
less foot traffic,
safest
and
bet
fewer
for
structural
a
sounds.
quiet.
Pro tip: call the cruise line directly and ask which decks are considered quiet. They won't volunteer the info, but if you ask directly, most agents will tell you. Finding the right cabin isn't just about comfort. It's about protecting your sanity for the entire cruise. Number 8. The cruise photo trap and how to outsmart it. Hack number 8 exposes one of the cruise industry's sneakiest moneymakers: the photo hustle. You've seen it: photographers popping up everywhere like paparazzi you never asked for. At dinner, on the gangway, in front of random backdrops you didn't even notice, all promising just one quick picture. Then you wander into the photo gallery later, and suddenly that awkward shot of you blinking mid-chew is $25. And if you want the digital file, that's another $15 for a blurry JPEG that looks like it was taken on a toaster. It's a clever system. They take dozens of photos, hoping you'll feel guilty enough or flattered enough to buy at least one. But here's how to beat the game completely. Skip the high-pressure photos and take your own pictures in the same spots. Those elegant staircases, the gorgeous backdrops, the sunset-perfect locations, they're not exclusive to the ship's photographers. If your phone has portrait mode, you'll get that dreamy, blurred background just like a professional shot. Want that formal night glamour photo? Just ask another passenger or a friendly crew member to take one for you before dinner. People are always happy to help, and they won't charge you the price of a small appliance for a single picture. With a little intention, you'll walk away with better photos, real smiles, and your wallet still intact. No pressure, no upsell, no overpriced USB stick. Just great memories taken on your own terms. Number 9. The drink of the day ripoff. Hack number 9 dives into one of the most tempting traps on any cruise, the famous drink of the day. Bright colors, cute names, plastic souvenir cups, tiny umbrellas. It's designed to look irresistible. But here's the secret the cruise lines hope you never realize. These drinks are some of the highest profit items they sell. They're made with the cheapest well liquor, a mountain of sugary mixers, and just enough alcohol to make you think you're getting a deal. In reality, that tropical breeze blast probably cost the cruise line around $1.50 to make, yet they'll happily charge you $9 or more. And if you're on a drink package, it's actually worse. You're wasting one of your unlimited daily drinks on something that costs the cruise line less than a bottle of spring water. Here's how to drink smart. 1. Ask what liquor they're using. 9 times out of 10, you'll hear the name of their cheapest bottom shelf option. 2. Skip the gimmicks. Order a classic cocktail you know you'll enjoy. Something with fresh ingredients and a real recipe, not a sugary mix with a cute name. Think mojito, old-fashioned, espresso martini, gin fizz, anything that's actually crafted. And befriend your bartender early. A simple, "What's actually good today?" can get you insider tips, better pours, or a heads up on which drinks are freshly made. On a cruise ship, the real special isn't the one printed in bold letters at the bar. It's knowing how to dodge the traps and actually get value for your drink package or your money. Number 10. The $3 luggage disaster fix every cruiser needs. Hack number 10 is all about preventing one of the most stressful cruise day disasters, lost luggage caused by shredded paper tags. You know those flimsy printed home luggage tags the cruise line tells you to attach? Most people fold them, slap on a few staples, and think they've done a solid job. But once your suitcase enters the chaos of embarkation day, conveyor belts, forklifts, stacked carts, and hurried port workers, that little paper tag doesn't stand a chance. And when it rips off, your suitcase goes on a ship-wide adventure while you spend day 1 wearing airport clothes, praying guest services has answers. Trust me, nothing humbles a cruiser faster than realizing their bag is somewhere between the bow and deck 15 with no ID attached. Here's the simple fix cruise pros swear by. Buy $3 plastic luggage tag protectors. They're cheap, waterproof, and practically bulletproof. Snap your printed tag inside and you're done. 0 chance of tearing. No tag holders? Go DIY. Wrap your paper tag in clear packing tape, front, back, edges. Make it waterproof and tear resistant. It's not pretty, but it works. And here's the ultimate backup move. Always put a second sheet inside your suitcase with your full name, ship name, and cabin number. If everything else fails, the crew can still deliver your bag to your door. There are only 2 types of cruisers: those still at guest services begging for their luggage, and those relaxing on their balcony, fully unpacked, cocktail in hand, because they spent $3 to avoid the nightmare. Number 11. The secret reason you should always disembark last. While everyone else bolts for the gangway like there's a trophy waiting at the terminal, the smartest cruisers know the real prize is staying on board as long as possible. Disembarking first means long lines, crowded hallways, elevator gridlock, and watching hundreds of cranky passengers wrestle with their luggage. Not exactly the relaxing farewell you pictured. But leave last? That's where the hidden luxury is. The buffet is peaceful, the coffee bars are calm, lounges are empty, and you get one final hour of vacation serenity while everyone else is sweating through customs. And your luggage? Instead of being buried in a mountain of identical bags, it'll be sitting almost alone on the pier, easy to grab without the chaos. Cruise lines never promote this because they want the turnover fast. But if you don't have an early flight or tight schedule, take your time. Enjoy a quiet breakfast, soak in those final ship views, wander the decks one last time, and stroll off like a VIP. Because while everyone else ended their cruise stressed and rushed, you ended yours in total peace, the way a vacation should finish. Before we get to the final cruise trick, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video so far, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss cruise secrets like these. And hey, comment Cruise Cipher down below so I can personally thank you for being part of the crew. All right, now let's finish strong with the hack cruise lines really hope you never find out about. Number 12. How cruise lines track you and how to flip it in your favor. Here's the part most passengers never realize. Cruise lines know exactly where you are on the ship almost every second of your vacation. That key card in your pocket or wristband on your arm, it's not just for opening your cabin or buying drinks. It's a full-blown RFID tracker quietly mapping your movements from the moment you board. Every drink you order, every time you enter your cabin, every shop you pause in front of, the system logs it. Officially, they say it's for safety and crowd management. And yes, that's true, but let's not kid ourselves. It's also one giant marketing machine. Spend too long near the jewelry store? Watch for special offers sent straight to your cabin. Linger by the spa? Suddenly you're getting limited time massage discounts. Hit the bar a few too many times. Expect drink package nudges on your cabin TV. But here's the twist. You can use this tracking to your advantage. First, use the ship's app to track your family or group. No more wandering the buffet wondering where everyone went. You'll know instantly. Second, it can protect you financially. If a mystery charge appears on your account, like that $14 cocktail you swear you didn't order, your activity log proves exactly where you were at that time. No more arguing at guest services. Third, you can get better offers by understanding how the system reads your habits. Want spa discounts? Spend a few minutes browsing. Want specialty dining coupons? Linger near the entrance area. Cruise lines love patterns, and you can make those patterns work in your favor. So yes, Big Cruise Brother is absolutely watching, but with a little strategy, you can turn that surveillance into perks, protections, and savings. Because on modern cruise ships, privacy might not exist, but opportunity definitely does.